Alright, what's up guys? Frantic here, and welcome to the Sunday Show, where I recommend you a bunch of songs that I've been listening to this week and hope you enjoy them. Let's jump into it. First things first, I'm going to start you off with an awesome song by a band known as Charred Walls of the Damned. The song is called Soulless, and it is off their album Creatures Watching Over the Night. Now that's a mouthful, but the song is really, really good. It's only about 4.5 minutes long, and it's just crazy good vocally and, instrumentally. Tim Ripper Owens, who you may know from Judas Priest, is the lead singer of this band. It's a supergroup, and they're just so really good. But honestly, this is the only song off the album that I listened to that I enjoyed. Not to say the album isn't good, it's just nothing else stood out to me. Alright, so now we're going to move on into a more alt-rock, alt-metal band known as the Deftones. You might have heard of them. They've been around for quite a while, and this is off their 2010 album, Diamond Eyes. Now, I'm going to recommend you two songs, but honestly, I'd recommend the whole album if you honestly like these two songs. The title track, Diamond Eyes, very, very good song, got a lot of radio play back in 2010, which is how I came across it. And then I'm going to recommend Beauty School is the name of it. It's a really, really good song, but honestly, this whole album is just really, really good, and I would recommend it front to back, 40 minutes of your time. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. Don't keep going if you don't like it, of course. But there are other good songs on this album, like Command Control, Sex Tape, and I'm trying to think of other ones. There's a bunch of good songs. Go give it a listen. I don't think you'll be upset when you finish it. Alright, now we're going to jump into progressive metal, my personal favorite genre of metal, and we're going to go towards the gent side of it. So if you aren't familiar with gent, go Google gent stick and then come back. I promise you'll love it. So I'm going to recommend you the band TesseracT. TesseracT's a really good band that's done a couple of good albums at this point, and I'm going to recommend their latest album, Polaris. And there's two tracks off of this album that I think sum up the album entirely, but don't skip on the whole album if you like these two. Dystopia and Hexes. Hexes is my personal favorite song off the album. Would recommend that over any other track on the album. But I definitely think if you like those two tracks, you'll like the whole album. And it's the first two, so just listen straight through the first two tracks. If you like what you're hearing, keep going. It only gets better, I promise. That was good. Alright, last one. Here we go. And finally, we're going to keep going through this gent metal style, and we're going to go into instrumental only. And I'm going to recommend to you one of my favorite guitarists, Sithu. It's spelled Sithu I, Sithu A, something like that. I didn't realize how it was pronounced until I read his AMA on Reddit, or his AMA on Reddit. And it's Sithu A, and I'm going to recommend his latest album, Set Course for Andromeda. And I'm going to recommend technically 3 songs off of this album, but it's basically 2. So the first track, Space Cadet, is like 1.5 minutes, and it just kind of repeats a simple rhythm and melody, and then goes into the next song, which is Set Course for Andromeda, the title track. I'd recommend those two listen together, back to back, which is, of course, the first 2 tracks on the album. So if you like that, I would recommend then, about halfway through the album, the Andromedan Part 1, A Single Step. And then why I recommend that song along with the opening 2 is you can see how stylistically different, honestly, the 3 tracks alone are. Because Space Cadet, the opening track, is very happy. Set Course for Andromeda kicks into his kind of style of happy gent metal. And then A Single Step, which is Andromeda Part 1, is very... It's hard to describe it. I honestly can't tell you truly without sounding bad. So it's so stylistically different, and each track on this album is stylistically different. And that's what makes this album such a great listen through, even though it's only instrumental. But it's a longer album, so if you don't like what you're hearing, or if you kind of liked it, give those tracks a listen. Maybe go through another track or 2, see what you like. If you loved it, give the whole thing a listen. It's great. I love this guy. He's got a lot of good albums and stuff. I'd recommend his whole discography if I could, but I usually try to limit myself to 1 album per band a week. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy what I recommend this week. Did you like the stuff I recommended last week? Let me know in the comments. What are you listening to? Because I might give it a shout out next week. Who knows? Either way, I'd love to know what you're listening to. Love to hear what you think. Leave a comment. Remember to like, subscribe. Hit me up on Twitter at FranticJ3 if you want to talk some more. And I'll see you guys next time.